Yo, buddy, what's going on, my fellow gamers? Veteran X here, and man, I got a spicy deck today for you guys. So we have the combination of Alakazam and Exeggutor, and with their powers combined, they're gonna beat the hell out of a lot of Pokemon. If you didn't know, Alakazam takes 3 energy, 1 psychic energy and 2 colorless energy. That means that you can combine it with Exeggutor, and Exeggutor only needs 1 energy before it is live, baby. And Exeggutor acts as a wall, and he can chip damage on your opponents while you have Alakazam or Kadabra or Abra in the back row, chilling, absorbing energy, building them up so that way they can come in and pow, hit your opponents right in the mouth. You know how we doing, baby, just like Mike Tyson out here, just like Mike, baby. So we go over the ratios. We got 2 Exeggutor and 2 Execute, 2 Abra, 2 Kadabra, and 2 Alakazam. I'm only running 4 basic Pokemon because I want to have a 50% chance of opening up either Execute or Abra, baby. We're running 1 Giovanni because basically Alakazam is able to one-shot a lot of Pokemon that build up a lot of energy. So think Mewtwo, Charizard, things of that nature. If they have a lot of energy on it, Psychic's going to do that bonus damage and pretty much just one-shot them. 1 potion for that extra little longevity. The entire Professor Oak and Pokeball draw engine, because without draw power, you cannot win in this game, baby. And that's true for a lot of decks. And we're running 2 X speeds because swapping out Exeggutor can be a huge energy cost, so we use those X speeds to help facilitate that, and they come out pretty damn well for me, baby. Who knew that Exeggutor could be fast? Not me. And of course, we're running 2 copies of the best card in the freaking game, baby, Sabrina. There is no reason why you would not run 2 of these things in every single deck, except maybe Dragonite, but we're not talking about them right now. And now, my friends, let's get into some spicy replays. Alright, so we have our first showcase here, and thank goodness we are going second. Now, funny enough, this is a deck that likes going first. I know, right? It's crazy. So if you go first, that means if you get Exeggutor next turn, you can go ahead and start playing it, dropping energy on it, and bam, you off to the races. So my opponent is playing a Dragonite deck, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. He opens up with a Pokeball. He draws from deck, and I'm not sure what he grabbed there, but we shall see shortly. And he plays Articuno from hand, so I'm guessing that's what he picked up with the Pokeball, right? And then there's the X speed, so he can make the swap with Dratini to bring Articuno front and center, baby. Now, the goal of the Dragonite deck is to throw as much energy as possible onto Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite as soon as possible. So Articuno is just there just to absorb damage. I know that, my opponent knows that, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. So we play Professor's Oak, and we draw 2 from deck, and our hand's looking really good. We got another Professor's Oak, 2 X speeds like I mentioned before, Giovanni, and Kadabra. Oh my goodness, man, this is good. So we go ahead and get the Seed Bomb off, attack Articuno. We're just going to get that chip damage, just whittle him away, just little by little, because my opponent is not going to try to put Dratini into the active zone until it is fully evolved in the Dragonite and it has 4 energy on it. Unless if I can force my opponent to do so. So now we top deck a Pokeball, so we either going to get another Abra or Execute, and we get Execute. Okay, so we're milling our deck, and then of course we play Professor's Research. So let's see what our next draw 2 is going to be. Alakazam and Exeggutor. Ladies and gentlemen, we have all the pieces we need for victory. Everything is going swimmingly well, and I don't even use the word swimmingly, so that's how you know things are going pretty damn good for us. So we drop down Kadabra, we play Execute, we distribute our energy accordingly, and remember, Alakazam only needs 1 psychic energy before Psychic is live. And oh my goodness, we got the heads with Exeggutor too. Look at all the damage that we've done to Articuno. In just a couple of turns, it went from 140 damage to 40. That's how explosive this deck can be. And guess what? It's only 1 energy. 1 energy on my active Pokemon did all that damage to Articuno. And my opponent now plays his Dragonite, and he has 2 energy on it, and I think he's going to drop another energy on it as well. Listen, if we can get another heads here, Articuno's out, and that's going to force him to get Dragonite up there early, and that's not what he wants to do. So he put an energy on Alakazam, and look at that. If you look at our energy reserve, we have a psychic energy up next, and look at that. Oh my goodness, everything's coming up heads. Bam. Get him out of here, coach. Get him out the game, coach. Get Articuno out of here. What you thought this was, man? That's 2 easy points. He got no value out of Articuno. His Dragonite only has 2 energy on it, and I don't think he has anything else on the bench right now. Nope, his bench is totally empty. So we could in this game right here, right now. So guess what? That's what we're going to do. We drop the Psychic Energy on Alakazam, and then we play not one X-Speed, no, but 2 of them things, baby. 2 of them things. Now I'm talking about. But first we play Giovanni, and then we play the second X-Speed. There we go. Yes, sir. And then, of course, we're going to swap out. But my opponent concedes because he already sees the writing on the wall. He sees that I was about to go right into the Alakazam, and I was about to bang. I was about to uppercut Dragonite so he can bite his own tongue. You know what I mean? You better put a mouthpiece in when you sparring with Alakazam. What you thought this was, man? And just like that, we got a victory over a Dragonite deck, baby. And that was so much fun. And that match did not take long at all. Like, everything went smoothly. Let's go into the next match. Oh, yeah. And this replay, this is probably one of my favorite matches I've ever played in Pokemon Pocket. I've done some really crazy shit in this match, and we're going to go through it line by line, name by name, baby. So let's look at my opening hand. I start out with Abra. I have X-Speed, Professor's Research, Pokeball, and Potion in hand. Okay, looking pretty good. And my opponent opens up with Meowth. Okay, pretty modest start here. Turn 1, and we draw Kadabra from deck. Okay, looking good. Now we play the Pokeball, and hopefully we can get Execute. No, we pick up Abra, but that's not bad either because we still milled 1 card from deck, and then we play the Professor's Research to get that extra value off of it. And bam, baby, look at that. We have Execute, and now we basically have all of our basic Pokemon. We just need to get that other copy of Execute, and then, you know, that'll be all of them. So far so good. That's all I can do for the first turn, and I now pass to my opponent. All right, so I've noticed that my opponent has a water energy drawn. So I'm like, are they playing Starmie? And damn, of course they red card me. Oh my goodness, like what the heck? Like, why would they do that to me? Oh man, wow. And there goes the payday. So they're probably going to start building up for Starmie or Blastoise or something like that. I'm not quite sure yet. And what really sucks is that I drew my other basic Pokemon, and I also have Pokeball in hand. So now Pokeball is just basically a dead card because I have no other basic Pokemon in my deck. So yeah, that was a really good time red card on my opponent. Kudos to you, brother. And at this time, I play the X-Speed because I want to get rid of Abra from my active zone. He doesn't need to be up there, but I do want to get Execute out there so I can start getting chip damage going and things of that nature, because Abra likes being on the bench, soaking up energy and ready to go. Preferably, you want to have Execute, Exeggutor in the active zone, dishing out damage and taking hits, baby. And that's what we're going to start doing here. We hit Meowth for a good old 20 piece, and my opponent plays a Squirtle, everybody. So, yep, we're about to see some Blastoise. But first, here's some nonsense from Misty. Yay or nay? And thank goodness it's nay. My goodness, I made a video about Misty being one of the most broken cards in the game, and you know, you can check out that video after this time whenever you want. I'll probably put it like in the pinned comment or something. And look at that, bam, baby, we just picked up Exeggutor. Wow, oh my goodness, that's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, we throw that big old thing right there in the active zone, baby. That's what you like to see right there. And we're gonna get a tropical swing off. We're about to get our first point. Oh, and we got heads. Okay, we didn't even need it. Pop, pop. God damn, we kicked me out to the curb, bro. Not once, but twice, because we got a heads on that. So that's 80 damage to the face. And bam, my opponent drops Squirtle right there into the active zone. And if my opponent doesn't do something soon, they might lose the match here. Like, what the heck? And there goes the War Turtle. So they're going to start building some shit up. Okay, you know, they play the Professor's Research, draw 2 from deck. And there's the Pokeball, everybody. And they should be playing something from hand. And there's the other Meowth. Well, so now that War Turtle is in the active zone, they're probably not going to see too much value from that Meowth. So I guess it's just there for the emergency Sabrina swap, right? And that's the right move to do. Meowth at this point is just going to be a punching bag. They're not going to really try to use it to keep drawing from the deck, unless they absolutely can. And then they get the move off on my Exeggutor, and we draw from deck. Yes, we got Professor's Research, and we have a Psychic Energy as well. So you already know we're about to do with that. We about to drop that right on Abra, baby. And then, you know, I'll play a little potion, you know, try to heal Exeggutor. You know, we playing the long game here, right? You know, we got to grind it out. And hopefully, Exeggutor give me heads, please. And damn it, no, he doesn't get the heads, everybody. And, you know, that's the thing about Pokemon. There's so much RNG involved with it, and you either hate it or love it. And a lot of times, there ain't a lot of love it. I'm going to tell you that. Sometimes the mercy of the coin flip can be disgusting. So my opponent drops the X speed from hand, and they're going to try to withdraw the Wartortle and go into the Lapras, which is a very smart move. You want to get Lapras up there to absorb more hits, and you want to keep Wartortle back there just to keep on absorbing energy, and bam, there goes the Blastoise. He's at 140 damage, and look, he has 3 energy. So Hydro Bazooka is going to start doing some nasty damage with just 2 more turns of build up. So we need to hurry up and try to, speed through this battle. But unfortunately, I don't have Alakazam in hand yet. So all I can do for right now, is continue, get some chip damage with Exeggutor, and keep putting that pressure on my opponent. And Exeggutor does not get the heads. Like, oh my goodness, man. Like, come on, bro. And I'm not too mad because at least it can do 40 damage and not 0 like freaking Pinsir. Pinsir has a chance of doing 0 damage. You take the wins with the losses at this point. And my opponent drops another energy on Blastoise, and he plays Squirtle from hand. So right now, Lapras is a dead card for my opponent. I don't see him investing any energy into it, again, attack off or anything like that. Lapras is just there to absorb damage, possibly take a KO, while Blastoise sits back there and absorb energy. And that's not a bad strategy, right? But I think we might be able to use that to our advantage, because since I know that my opponent kind of wants to leave Lapras up there, he's not going to put any energy investment into it or anything like that. I'm not going to kill it. I'm going to just whittle it down just enough, and I'm going to let it sit right there. Since you want to keep your Lapras right there, I know you don't want to try to swap it out. He plays the Misty, right? Now, I'm not sure where he's aiming this Misty at. I don't think it was for Lapras. I think it was either for Squirtle or Blastoise, or in this case, Wartortle now. But yeah, he's not putting any energy investment in the Lapras. So that tells me that he is not trying to swap it out. He wants to keep it there to stall. So guess what? We're going to play the same game, buddy. You know what? I'm not going to attack Lapras. I'm going to leave him sitting right there because I don't have Alakazam in hand yet. So, yep, 2 people can play this game, baby. And another thing is, I actually don't play my Exeggutor yet because I don't want to have another EX Pokemon on board. The reason being, if I need to make an emergency swap, I can go ahead and do that and swap into like Execute there. And then if he gets knocked out, that's only 1 point instead of rather 2. So I can use that to kind of stall out more turns as well. And my opponent plays his second Blastoise EX. So the way I'm playing this, right, I'm staying nice and patient because once Alakazam is live, Psychic is going to do massive damage. It already does an enormous amount of base damage, and then for each energy that my opponent has, it's going to do an extra 30 damage. So it can one-shot that Blastoise has 140 HP, and if he keeps building up the other Blastoise there, eventually it's going to have enough damage to take him out as well. And look, my opponent has no other cards to draw from deck. He's out of cards. He has no freaking cards left in his deck. What the heck is he going to do? Because I'm chilling. I'm not doing anything. Look, I already know Lapras can't do anything. I don't believe he has any X speeds left as well. So I'm in full control of this match, right? So I drop an energy on Exeggutor so that way I can make a retreat with just 1 X speed if need be. And it's my opponent's turn again. He drops another energy on the other Blastoise. And there's the red card. Wow. Wow, he got rid of my whole hand. But this could be a blessing in disguise because look at that. We got our Alakazam, baby. You love to see it. Hey, bro, I appreciate that. Because guess what? This game can now officially end. So, bam, we already dropped the biggest forehead in the game, baby. Alakazam down. And my God, Alakazam has a massive forehead. I thought Mewtwo had a big forehead. I think Alakazam might be in the running for it as well. So now that we got our whole board set up, we can go ahead and knock out this Lapras, baby. So we go thump him. Get that Lapras out here. Now I'll let you play the game. Now you can go back to playing Pokemon Pocket, my opponent. There you go. Here, have your turn back. And now let's see what he does here. So he's either going to play Blastoise or Blastoise. One of the two. But which one will he pick? Well, he better pick the right choice because with Alakazam's, Psychic's doing 60 damage base. And then if he plays the Blastoise with 3 energy, that's extra 90 damage that he's going to be doing to the face, baby. So he plays the Blastoise with 3 energy, right? He can't knock out my Exeggutor because Hydro Bazooka is only going to do 100 damage. He can't KO Exeggutor. And I think he's starting to realize that as he drops another energy into the Blastoise that's sitting right there on the bench. And he has to know that, man, this ain't going to be enough. This ain't going to be enough, buddy. All right, so I draw from there a Pokeball. Can't really do nothing with that. I go ahead and drop the energy on the Exeggutor, and we go ahead and we're going to retreat. We're going to retreat in an Alakazam because now I'm feeling really, really good about this. My opponent cannot defeat me. So this is what I do. I play Sabrina because I only need one more point to win. That's all I need, baby. Checkmate. Checkmate. Bring that ass here, boy. Sabrina, the best card in the game. And he concedes because he realizes there's nothing else he can do. I play Alakazam, I play Sabrina, and you give me one of your Pokemon because all I need is one more point, baby. And bam, that's how you dominate. And I'm not gonna lie, that's the first time I really used stall tactics in Pokemon Pocket, and it felt so good to be in control. I've never had that type of tempo control like ever in Pokemon Pocket. Like I was dictating when my opponent could attack or do anything, and that shit felt so damn good. Like I said before, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a blast with this damn deck. Oh my goodness. I have no idea why Pokemon Pocket is so fun, but I'm here for it, baby. I got more content on the way, and in the meantime, check out my fire type randomizer battle in Pokemon Pocket. I had a great time with this challenge, and you can click here to watch that video. And if you want to see one of the spiciest decks in Pokemon Pocket, then check out my build here for Greninja and Tentacruel, aka Toxic Shuriken, baby. And now, with all of that out of the way, get out there and let's go play some freaking video games.